Hello and welcome to Journeying with the Justice. For those of you that don't know me, I kind of wanted to take a minute and introduce myself formally. My name is Megan. I have a beautiful family. I have two kids. Me and my husband have been married for 10 years. I am a self-employed mama. I am a mompreneur, whatever you want to call it. And it has been one of the most amazing accomplishments I have ever had in my entire life. I like to share the how it got me to where I am now, and I just like to share how other mamas can do the same thing. My whole vibe is you don't have to be miserable. You don't have to stay stuck in a 9 to 5 job, and you don't have to go by anyone else's schedule, except for your kids. Sorry, but they are kids. But okay, so I just kind of wanted to dive in for a minute and introduce you to who I am and where I started. So when COVID hit, like most of us, my job as a dental assistant, that's what I was doing at the time, kind of went away. Like we had to shut down. You can't really work in people's mouths when there's a virus spreading like crazy. I was staying home. My husband worked for the county, so he was staying home. Kids were out of school. We actually just had one at the time. We just had Kaylee. There was a lot of bonding that happened. So where we live, we were very fortunate where we could go outside if we wanted to. We had a pool, we had a trampoline, we have animals. It's another cool thing. I have a ton of animals. So we kind of had a dream, and we didn't even realize it because we were stuck working all day, every day, and we COVID kind of opened my eyes in a huge way that, hey, you have a fantastic family, and you have a fantastic place to stay. Why are you wasting most of your life going to a 9 to 5 job? And now, don't get me wrong, I loved my job. I loved the people I worked with, and I genuinely loved what I did. It was the time for me. It was the time away from my family. It was the time away from my house, from my animals, from the things that I love the most. That is what kind of triggered the whole thought process of how can you make this permanent? How can you find a way to make your own schedule, do your days with what you plan to do, and how do you get money from doing that? Um, like it was hard. It was really, really hard. And I sat down and I wrote a list of things that I was good at. This is literally how it started. I sat down and I just brainstormed. And one of the things that I was good at was cleaning. And for me, it was perfect because it had a very low cost at the time. Cleaning supplies were cheap. I had tons of them. Who doesn't have storage closets full of cleaning supplies? So I figured, hey, this would be a great place to start, because at the time, all I needed to buy was a vacuum and a mop, because I didn't want to use my personal ones in other people's house. I did that. I bought a vacuum. I invested in a mop. I spent maybe $200 to start this business. Very, very small business startup capital. And got my LLC. I got insurance. I did all the things that you're supposed to do, and we were up and we were running. The getting people that was the next task. So I ran advertisements, and it just kind of started to grow. And at first it was really, really slow, and then it just kept growing and growing and growing and building. And it started to really click. It's happening. I did it. I did it. So with that being said, pretty soon I had so many people contacting me because, surprise, I was actually really good at cleaning houses. So I ended up with waiting lists, and I had people scheduled on that waiting list for months out. I would be doing anywhere from 3 to 4 houses every single day, and kind of got to a point there where I was like, okay, now I'm actually working more than I was when I was working my 9 to 5. Like yeah, this is great. I'm making good money for myself and my family, but I'm missing out on the family. So it was kind of time to rethink my options as a business owner, because yeah, I did figure out how to make money on my own, but I did not figure out how to stay home. And that was the biggest end goal, was to stay home and do more with my family and for my family. So I had a client that I knew she worked from home. I didn't know that she worked for herself at the time, but I knew that she worked from home, and I knew she was pretty flexible on what she did and what she didn't want to do. So like she made her own schedule. So I started like looking into what she was doing. So, and she actually, I was actually one of her customers, and I kind of didn't even realize it. So she sold the products that I currently take now, and I'd been taking them. I'd been taking them for at least a few weeks, and it finally hit me like, I love these products. I love these products more than I love cleaning houses. If I can sell myself and I can sell my ability to clean houses, I can sell these products. And with how well they make you feel, it's a lot like my cleaning skills. It's very easy to advertise, number one, and very easy to have my integrity while I do it, because I know the products work. I take them myself every day. So, two, integrity, and then low overhead cost. Once again, this business investment, it was a $200 pack that I started with. Like, so very low cost to start up. And you don't even have to do that. You can start it up with zero. Like, that's how insane this company is. but it checked off all the boxes. It was something I could start slow and fit in between my cleaning clients. It was something that brought weekly income. It was something that had zero to low startup cap cost. And it was something that I truly was passionate about. So, literally, like, that's the basis. So, like with my cleaning business, I found all the same things. I did the same thing. I did my list. I did my pros, my cons, my startup capital. I kind of figured out what I was doing and what I was getting myself into. And then I decided, like, heck, yeah, I can do this. Like, if this woman can do this, I can do this. So I jumped into it. The first year, like, it was a little scary, because like cleaning, I was jumping into brand new territory. And yeah, this was a lot easier in a way because I could stay home. It was also a lot harder in a way because I could stay home. I had to really learn how to organize my time and how to plan out my days and execute them in a way that I could still make money, and I could still like do my laundry and pick up my house, and spend time with my kids, because like in like my checklist, it was more time with my family. So, given the opportunity to spend time with your family, sometimes you do have to have that, like, hey, you still need to get to work. So, with that being said, it took time. It did take time. It took time and discipline, and I had to create a structure for myself to keep myself on track. But then it started happening. Like, then I started really building my business, building my network, and growing, and it was so much fun. And I just fell in love with it, and I still love it. Like, every day I wake up and I'm like, man, what can I share today? So, with that being said, all of that being said, I just want you to know, if you want it bad enough, you can have it. If you are passionate and you feel it in your gut and you just know that this is what you want to do, yeah, it's scary as crap, but it's beautiful and it does nothing but get better. Like, you have ups and you have downs, but I mean, it seriously, I mean, write down your pros and your cons. I promise, write them down. And if the cons outweigh the pros, don't do it. If the cost is too much and you can't figure out a way to make your money back, don't do it. Like, highly urge you to write it out, get a plan, and then execute the plan. Stick with it. Even when it gets hard, I promise you, stick with it. It's going to get better. So that is just kind of me. That is who I am. That is how I got started in network marketing, and how I fell in love with it, and I found a passion for for helping other people. That's literally like my dream job, is to help other people, and now I get to do it every single day from the comfort of my home. Um, I just I hope you guys took a nugget from this, and I hope it's something that that blesses you, and maybe it's just the urge to get off your butt and like start thinking about it. Maybe it gets the wheels turning. Like maybe it's like, hey, I want more time with my family. How can I do it? That's where it starts, and then from there it just blossoms, and it's beautiful. So I will wrap it up because I need to go get my kid from school because I get to do that. Like it never gets old. Um, but yeah, so be sure to subscribe to catch my latest videos. I'm going to do some pretty cool how I got started, and learning how to structure a business, learning how to do like your LLC and all that kind of stuff, because it's things that I needed help with, and I kind of had to figure it out on my own. So my hopes for you is that if you are on this journey with me, I can kind of help walk with you, and hopefully make it a little easier. So be sure to subscribe. And feel free to follow me on Instagram. It's Journey with the Justices, or on Facebook, I am Megan Justice. And if you would like even further information, be sure to send me your email so I can put you on my email list, and that will give you weekly content and updates, and keep you plugged in and growing. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope you found one nugget out of this that will help you in your growth.